Okay YouTubers, this is Joe from ArtAlienTV. Today we're doing another quick game of Interplanetary I Spy, and we're at Sol 710 and Sol 713. Now 710 is the main one. I'll have links to all these images as usual, so you can download them and check them yourself. But you may want to check it out on the Gigapan here, Sol 710. So if you just type in MSL or Sol 710, then it will come straight up, and you'll have a choice of images. But the one at the top is the best one. And you want to zoom in right in the middle, right here. So that's the whole image. Obviously, just zoom straight in the middle, go right in, and there he is. Right near the bottom of the image, there he is. See that? What does that look like? Now, I think it's some kind of fossilised, encrusted skull. This part of it being the skull, and the rest of this probably being hardened clay or sediment that was in the bottom of the lake here before it evaporated. So, well, what I did anyway, I found it in the so-called raw images of Mars that we get from the NASA page, and here it is again here. Now it looks okay when it went from this distance. If you don't zoom in, the image doesn't look too bad. But when you zoom into it, it does get pretty grungy. So you need to clean it up a bit. I'll show you how to do that in a second. And it's also here. Now this is 713. So this was taken after, as the rover moved away, or they didn't zoom the camera in as far, and you could just about make it out here. You can see the curved object. You could just about make out a couple of little eyes there. I'll show you this in my viewer here. Here's the image of it. You can see the tracks here, and about 20 or 20 feet away, or 10, 15, who knows how far away that is from there to there. So the size on this I'm not sure about, but you can just about make it out here, and you can see that rock there and that sort of rock there next to it. You can just about make out a face there, even from that distance. So it shows up in more than one set of images, and if I find it in any more before I finish editing the video, I'll clip it out and or show the other images of it. Here's the raw image. Now this looks fine until you zoom in, and when you zoom in, you get all this blocky crap where they've resized and compressed it. But even so, this is a very clear specimen, this, and it has a very clear couple of eye sockets there, and what looks like a mouth part here, and a nose there, a very small nose part. Now, it occurred to me, especially after doing the recent crab video and showing all the crabs that I've found over the last few years, it occurred to me that some of the Martians may have actually evolved with an exoskeleton, which, much like the arthropod, well, part of the arthropod family of creatures, perhaps. And what we might be seeing here, because there are some what look like skulls that I found that look to be they look like they're wearing helmets, much like this, like a steel helmet or something, like a warrior helmet from the Middle Ages or something like that. It's got a very helmet-like sort of appearance, like an armoured helmet, and the fact that it sort of joins here, I mean, who knows what, this could be part of a robot, this could be anything. But I'm guessing that this is actually a skull, a very unusual skull. Let me show you the clips I've done of it very quickly. I'll put these in at the end of the video anyway, so you can see them a bit more closely, and you can pause it and stuff. Now, here's the raw image. Okay, I'll zoom in, let me flick through. Now I've cleaned it up here. I've used a bit of blur on that to get rid of the blockiness and pixelation, and I've brightened it up a bit there. But when you go in too hard, of course, the picture starts to break up. But you can see here where the eyes were, and you can see cheekbones here, and what looks like a mouth here. So, you know, I was quite shocked when I first found this, but I wasn't sure what to make of it, and I didn't know whether it was a carving or a fossil or what. But the fact that it's kind of encrusted into this big lump of solidified clay or whatever it is, or a volcanic ash, or whatever it is. It looks like an actual skull, and the rest of this is kind of dried onto it and hardened in the sun. That's my interpretation of it. I could be wrong. I am down to, up for any comments if you've got any ideas. So that's that really. I mean, what else can I say? It looks like a skull that's encrusted into a large lump of solidified rock. Now here, I'll show you it in the Gigapan again before we go, and then we can zoom right in on that. Let's go full screen with that. There he is. Now obviously the Gigapan's been white balanced, so it's a lot more blue, but this is probably nearer to the real colour of Mars, as we've seen from the high-rise images, but much more blue than we're told. So there we go, and it's pretty clear there. I mean, you don't really have to do anything to it really to see what's going on there. And it looks like two large eye sockets here, and a couple of cheekbones here, and a mouth. And is that a nose? I don't know. Am I misinterpreting this? It looks very alien indeed. It looks like something from a horror film or from a sci-fi horror film. It looks pretty scary to me. It's demonic looking even. So there we go. As simple as that, guys. You can check this out yourself. You can zoom right into it on the Gigapan, and it's really quite clear. You don't have to do anything to it at all. It's a lot clearer than that crab thing that everyone was putting in the newspapers just a week or two ago. Much clearer. So thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you soon.